Flesh-eating bacteria, necrotizing fasciitis, gas gangrene are all a description of a disease that we call toxic inflammatory cellulitis. And that means you're frozen in phase 2 of wound healing.
I fell in the parking lot of the school that I work at and injured my elbow. Then I became really, really weak and unable to walk. And at that point, my husband took me to the emergency room. My arm was still really bad. It kept getting bigger and bigger. It was covered with blisters. A week later, they decided to operate and excise the dead tissue in my arm. I started getting bad, really bad. And at that point in time, a doctor came in and told my husband that they couldn't find anyone to treat me. It was then that Dr. Crew was at the nurse's station and heard me crying and saw my husband standing outside my room and came over and said he wanted to see me.
We drained the forearm and cleaned it out, and there was another area behind in the posterior upper arm that I felt was involved. Neutro Phase is hypochlorous acid in saline, totally non-toxic to any part of living cells in the body.
After Dr. Crew came in and started treating my arm is when I started getting better.
Lori got well, and we didn't know the mechanics of it. We went back to the scientists at Emeryville and Nova Bay and asked why. And we, at that point, then did some research on the toxins involved with the toxic inflammatory cellulitis and found that Neutro Phase inactivates them or stops their inflammatory potential.
Health-wise, I am doing great today. My arm is almost back. I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm exercising, I'm swimming, and I feel great.
The introduction of hypochlorous acid is now very exciting because Lori represents the first case that we treated with this successfully. And I think it's an excellent way to continue progress on this disease as it is affecting so many people.
My life would be very different if Dr. Crew hadn't walked into my hospital room the day he did. I would either be dead or I would be missing an arm. Dr. Crew saved my life. I don't want anyone to go through what I went through. This helped me, and I know it can help other people.